Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, October 4th. It is week 2 of the horror marathon. Didn't get a lot of first-time viewings done this week, only got 4, but overall got 38 things watched. I have no life. We all know that when this marathon starts, I don't have a life. So we will get started from everything that I have watched. The flubs are still here. Everything that I have watched since September 27th to last night. So, first one off from the Paul Naschy collection. For number 32, I watched Night of the Werewolf. Number 33, I watched on Shudder, and this is the first franchise I have finished, and that is Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor, which I think it's Umbrella Entertainment put out the whole set on Blu-ray, but I couldn't justify it. Not because of the price, because I know within a year we'll get an announcement that it will come out on Blu-ray here, and I don't want to keep doing that. So, and for number 34 and 35, I watched The Night Stalker and The Night Strangler. If you don't know, I watched this for the first time last year, and Night Stalker ended up being the best first-time viewing I watched last year. And then I ended that night, number 36, with the first remake, Nosferatu the Vampire. And then for September 28th, number 37, I watched The Wolfman. Keep this here because I did watch a couple of others from that set. Number 30, it's better there. Number 38, I watched Jaws 3. Number 39, broke out The Evil Dead. Number 40 was a first-time viewing, and now is the oldest film I've ever watched. That came out in 1920, and I watched The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I liked it. A little weird, but it was cool. Will I upgrade this to a Blu-ray? I don't know. I'm like at the point now where I just don't care if it's on DVD or Blu-ray anymore. So, number 41, also a first-time viewing, and it's called Tomb of the Werewolf. Got this because it has Paul Naschy in it. But what did you expect from the director of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers? And I was just like, can we get away from the softcore porn and deal with the werewolf, please? But yeah, it was okay. I'm still gonna keep this because I am a fan of Paul Naschy. So, but yeah, it was a 5.5 out of 10. And speaking of Paul Naschy, I went to one of his better werewolf films. For number 42, I watched The Werewolf and the Yeti. And then that was the last one of that night. September 29th, it was Paul Naschy day for me. I just ended the one night with 2 of his films, started the next day with 2 of his films. For number 43, I watched Fury of the Wolfman. And number 44, I watched, which is my favorite film he's done, and that is Count Dracula's Great Love. Number 45, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Number 46, I went to the OG Prom Night. Number 47, I watched It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And the last one of that night, stuck with the kid-friendly stuff, and I watched Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. And then for September 30th, first one I watched is Child's Play. I was going to rewatch the whole series, but then I was like, no, I really only want to watch this one and the remake, because that's big on my list. Number 50, I watched Bride of Frankenstein. Put that there because I still watch some more. 51, I finished another series with Jaws the Revenge. Number 52, I watched The Children, which was a first-time viewing last year. Okay. Number 53 was a first-time viewing. I heard a lot of people hated this movie, but I actually thought it was quote-unquote okay. Wasn't anything special. I gave it a 6 out of 10, and I watched Smiley. Yeah, I don't know why everybody hated this one. If you've seen it and you didn't like it, please let me know down in the comments. Flip my page over. And then for number 54, I watched Night of the Demons. And 55, and another first-time viewing, ironically, with Paul Naschy. He was only in a couple of scenes, but considering I like the director Brian Usna, I thought I'd check out Rottweiler, which is a very low B movie version of Man's Best Friend, which I have never seen, but I didn't care for this. Still gonna keep it because Paul Naschy. This was made, I think, 5 years before he passed. Um, but yeah, it was just not what I expected. And he was only in 2 scenes, but they're like 2 memorable scenes, so yay. And that was all I watched for September 30th. The first one for October. I know in my last video I said I was going to watch the Halloween and fall October-centric movies in September. I did watch a couple, like the Halloween franchise, Night of the Demons. This one I always save for October because it always gives me those October vibes. Number 56, I watched The Fog. Number 57, I watched Hell Night. And number 58, I watched The Mummy. And for October 2nd, started that day with the original Hellraiser. Then number 60, I checked out Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I checked out. And then number 61, I went to Elvira's Haunted Hills. Whoop. Stay. Number 62, I watched Halloween 4, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And then number 63, watched my favorite horror film of all time, Psycho. And then I ended that night with The Nun. I know this gets a lot of shit, but I enjoy the hell out of it. And for yesterday, number 65, I watched The Invisible Man. And though Phantom of the Opera is on this, I'm not going to watch it this year because I am not the biggest fan of that one. So I'm not going to watch it. So basically everything in this has been watched. And then I had to go out for a while. So that took a couple hours. So when I got back, one that I have ended the last 2 marathons with, I was like, I'm not ending the marathon with this again. Because I don't want to get in that rut. I did like 5 years of Trick or Treat. That ain't happening. But yeah, for number 66, I watched one of my favorite horror comedies, Idle Hands, which I got to see in the theater back in 1999. And number 67 and 68 was a double feature because I tend to do that when I have like 2 films in one set. And I watched All Hallows Eve and All Hallows Eve 2. Don't know if I'm going to go see Terrifier 3. I haven't even watched Terrifier 2 yet. So, and ended last night with the very first TV series of the marathon. And that is the complete first season of Tales from the Crypt. So yeah, guys, again, not enough first-time viewings. I got to get on the ball on that. But yeah, so far the one I watched last month, what the hell was it? I don't even remember what the fuck it was. There was one that, To the Devil, a Daughter, so far has been the best first-time viewing I've watched. So I've got 8 watched, but that's still way too low. It should be in the teens by now. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of these titles, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. And if you've seen that movie Smiley, can you explain to me why everybody hated it? I thought it was a neat concept, but it did get a low rating. Well, low for me, which is 6 out of 10. But yeah, tonight I get to go see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm looking forward to that. That's why I've been putting off Tobe Hooper movies and Wes Craven, because next Saturday it's A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've already got my tickets for that. And they just dropped Shaun of the Dead, and I'm probably going to go see that, since we all know last year I had all these plans to go see like Evil Dead 2 and They Live and Five Nights at Freddy's and all that, but then I threw my back out and I was off for a month, so I couldn't go do it. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that is it. I'm hoping to get a couple of first-time viewings watched today before I go to the movies. Don't know what. But yeah, and get in a couple of start another TV shows, because I don't want this one to be the first. So yeah, guys, don't know what else to say. Um, but yeah, what do you guys think of the first time viewings? Have any of you seen those ones? Yeah, Rottweiler is so far the worst one, 4 out of 10. But hey, okay, I'm just rambling now, so we'll move on. So until my next video next Friday, I hope you all have a great weekend, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.